Hello, what up though? How are you? Oh, hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. I know what time it is. Time to process. Have you done some healing today? I just was thinking, and so tonight I wanted to talk about something I kind of wrote about in my book. I wrote about the pimp mentality, what I call the pimp mentality. And so I just wanted to break that down a little bit. So I named this, Are You Tired of Being, I think it's used, right? Are you tired of being used? Are you tired of, you know, this whole sexist having to be a certain way when in actuality, as for black women, we aren't treated with the respect that we deserve. And so I wrote down some notes. I'm going to go right into them because I will forget, okay? So I'll just read it verbatim. We get used and discarded because of our attitudes. Yet we have attitudes because we've never been protected. We are muses for all to see, but our trauma is always discounted, and we are never respected as actual beings. Just what media shows the strong woman to be. And it's almost the same way as the black man. The man is not supposed to have feelings. He's just supposed to be the provider. And it's like that's not true. Nor is it true for the single family woman, single mom, to just have it all together. She has to figure it out. But that in itself causes trauma. Because how much room do we have to figure it out when you just gotta go, go, go? You just gotta make stuff happen and hope we don't die. And then you go home, and at the end of the day, you're sexualized, or all throughout your day, you're sexualized. I'm tired of being sexualized. And I know so many people because I'm always thinking about, like, you're a tomboy, but I'm so feminine. I'm so soft. And when people are around me in my energy, they're like, oh, it doesn't match. It doesn't. It doesn't. I dress trauma, but I'm slowly moving my self image because I want something different. And so I have to dress accordingly, and I have to meet the world where the world is at. And so we know that the world likes wrapping paper. So, but I also know that I kind of stunted my image, self image growth. And so I grew my brain, but I didn't grow my outsides, right? So I got one nail on, just one, because I can't get it off, but all the other ones I took off. That's my life. But anyway, so I'm thinking about this, and I think about guys who would try to trace my lips, or um, would want to put their hand on my booty because it stick out, and they're trying to put their hand right there, like I just sexualizing me, or I'm just supposed to be quiet and a certain way. And so, like, I am submissive, 100%, but I don't just want to be sexualized. Like, that's not all I'm here for. I'm not just here for your pleasure. I also, right, can please. I also am wise counsel. I also can add to, I'm the neck to your head, right? You're the head of household. However, not all men see it that way. Some men see it as, you pay me, you got to pay for this, or they'll see it as it's a game to them, and they'll feel like that. You got to pay for my time. It's a pimp mentality. You got to pay for my time. They're sweet talkers, right? They're super charming, but you got to pay for this, or you got to do something for me, or I'm gonna do a little bit here. Somebody gave me game, and they was like, so if you got to do stuff 5 or 6 times, and then they do something one time, like, no, that's pimp mentality, right? Whether the person considers themselves a pimp or not. And I see this in our culture, right? As black men, I see the black men handling us like this. And so if the other cultures are seeing them handle us like this, then they almost feel like they can do the same. However, I also realize that a lot of our men don't have, we're unhealed, right? A lot of our men and women are unhealed, which is why I want to create this space for us to heal in real time, get real, hold ourselves accountable, and it be okay, right? I want this to be a place where we can mess up, try it again. State man said, get back up, try it again. Okay, so let's do that. But I just was thinking when we before we put all these demands, we have to say that we're healing. We have to really put forth this effort to heal. We put forth this movement for high value man and woman, but a lot of people are hollow, right? They do not have the insides correct. And so when I'm talking about our attitude, if I can do it all by myself, I'm not going to give you that feminine energy, right? Or if you are solely focused on image, you're never going to see my feminine energy, right? And so I kind of also have to stretch because who do I want? How do I want? Now, I don't need I want somebody that's going to actually have time for me. So I don't know that I want like high powered man, but I do want like, what is that? Anyway, I do want entrepreneurial mindset, serving, God fearing, these type of things, right? And so I'm getting myself prepared for that. I'm doing my own thing, but I'm also getting myself prepared for the ultimate, what I want, the family. And so that means I gotta do a little bit of stretching. I can't pull up looking like, what up, though? I can't do that no more. Like, as comfortable as that is, I can't do that. And I can't come super wild because I'm still trying to find myself. So I'm just trying anything. Like, no, I have to be in me, right? So I just wonder how many people are really in them because the attitudes, they come from somewhere. It's everything is connected. If I'm raised by a single mother, she had to do it all. And she took on the role of being a mother and a father, right? So she aggressive with it, okay? Because she don't want to get played anymore. She's jaded now. This is what I grew up with, right? But she's not giving off no feminine energy. So yes, I'm only with a woman, but I got masculine energy. She was giving that turn energy, right? So that's what I'm raised in as a child. If I was only around women and I'm a boy, I might have more feminine energy, right? If I'm raised around all men and I'm a girl, same thing. That's just how the brain works, right? So if I'm doing that, I come up, I'm aggressive. Now I'm aggressive, I'm a tomboy. Okay, it's no thing like I still like dudes and all the things, but I have this aggression. My yin and yang is unbalanced, right? So I've been in this level of my journey trying to get my feminine and masculine energy balanced. And not even balanced. Now I don't know if I want to be like full April Mason. Like I don't know. I do know that I connect with men well, but I do know that in the eyes of a man, he sees a woman and a female, right? And so if I come through looking like, yeah, though, like, what up? He's going to put me in the category as a female. And he's not going to respect me, right? But he's going to sexualize me because I'm curvy. So he's going to sexualize me. He's going to see this pretty smile and want to have conversation, but he's not going to give me what I need, right? And then I also think that's a lack of emotional intelligence. That man lacks emotional intelligence because he can't give me emotionally what I need. And then I, in turn, give him physically what he needs, right? If he creates this place where I can be vulnerable, like, I'm yours. But the problem is, most men don't do that. And then I've realized that I've talked to guys where I've created this safe place, but they're so used to chaos that they don't know how to handle it. It feels uncomfortable. I'm too supportive. I'm too kind. I'm too loving. I'm too touchy feely. And it's too much. They don't get why. They're used to being cussed out, being talked down to. They're used to having toxicity thrown in their face, right? So here I come being nice and trying to uplift, and it's like, no, I don't like this. This is too much. And I heard April Mason talking about this, and I'm like, wow, that's the same exact thing that I went through in my relationship. You gotta get my book, bro. Like, you gotta get my book. It's in the bio. You're not crazy. Because it's the exact same thing that I went through where I could not understand for the life of me, like, am I tripping? Because I'm genuinely like caring. I'm having emotional intelligence. I'm letting some things slide, but I'm also setting my boundaries. I'm speaking to you in my feminine voice. I'm being kind, all the things, right? Loving on you, rubber dub dub, all the things. But then the man was foreign to him. So he wanted something else. He wanted something that reminded him of his mother. And his mother used to be aggressive. Do this, do that, do that. You know, cuss him out real quick with love. But it was just, I said what I said. Whereas I'm like asking, is this okay with you? You know, very passive aggressive. Not even passive aggressive, very submissive, right? Because I want you to lead. Like, I'm the girl. What are you doing? Just, right? Like, I can be the mastermind behind all this. But you go out there, babe. Like, right? Go tell him it was you. Like, I don't need, I know what it is. Like, and he couldn't handle that. You don't get that every day, right? And so I think about this. I think about going back to the pimp mentality. Not a man not knowing how to deal with the woman, like an actual woman, like not a female who is going to be combative and who's going to give you the arguments. And not to say I'm not combative because I got opinions too. So like there's going to be something to be said. However, I can do it in a respectful way. But as the man or the woman, you have to have enough emotional intelligence to take heed to what I'm saying. You have to have enough self-awareness because I can't be the wise counsel and you not be the wise counterpart. Like, it's not going to work. It's going to come in one ear and out the other. It's going to irritate you. You're not going to see the purpose, right? It's not going to be any point. And so it's also, when I talk about healing and healing the mindset, when we start to heal these mindsets of men who may have been raised by single parents households, and then they went out in the streets and then they were raising each other. So all they know is you sexualize a woman. All they know is, if it got a fat ass or this, that, and the third, then that's what I want, right? And then all they know is, well, it come with this, it gives me this, I get this like feminine vibe, but it is these problems too. So some of them suffer in silence because they want this feminine vibe. They care, they love you, but at the same time, their feelings and their needs aren't being met. And then other ones keep hopping from household to household, damaging women everywhere they go because they don't know how to say what they need. They don't have the emotional intelligence to articulate what's going on inside, that they're feeling something that's wrong, or that their attitude is too much, the aggression, or I can't express to you what I'm feeling, so I can't take your feelings when you're expressing them to me. It's too much for me. That's a lack of emotional intelligence, right? And so we wait and we maneuver through life and we wait for people to like get it together, but sometimes it's just not going to be gotten together. Sometimes it's a situation where we have to move forward on our own path. We have to come into what do we want, what do we like. Like I know if somebody is not courting me, I'm not even going to give them the time of day, right? And like I don't show up to the event looking like what up though. But I'm just saying, like, in order for you to I love a good conversation. But in order for you to court me, there has to be multiple conversations. Like you don't come up to me and be like, your lips or something weird like that. I don't, no, that makes me uncomfortable, right? Don't hit me in the car like, yeah, we should do something in the back seat. Red flag. Red flag. Because that means that you're just sexualizing me. You're not putting in the effort to actually talk to me, to get to know me, to see what's going on in my head. You like my conversation, you like my company. Like you need to build that foundation first, right? I'm not even on nothing else. I need that foundation first. If I don't like your company, if I can't just chill around you, if you can't be over there and I be over here and be doing my thing, if I always gotta be on high alert, I can't chill with you. Like it's not. I'm definitely not gonna give you my body. Like you press over these lips, you're not gonna get that either. So like I don't know what you want me to do. And so I feel like there's a level of healing. Somebody has to heal to realize that, bro, okay, I can't come to her any kind of way. You know, it's okay for me to step up my game when coming to her. I'm not finna just throw something at her. Let me figure out her love language. Oh, she like quality time. So let me stop throwing these bags at her, right? Let me stop throwing food and restaurants at her. She keep talking about hiking. That's free as fuck. Let me take her on a hiking date. Get to know me, right? Get to know me and actually build that chemistry, that foundation. I feel like a lot of times we're not doing that. And so we find ourselves in these situations where you see that TikTok where it's like, I hate my baby daddy, I hate my baby daddy, I hate my baby daddy. Like, girl, yes, me too, because I hate him too, because he's not treating you right. Like, he's not treating you right. He doesn't value you. He sees you as an object, something to come to and get. And this is not a blanket statement, but if the shoe fits, wear it, right? And then I know sometimes we've been in situations where things have been great, like my baby daddy cool, right? But he lacked emotional intelligence, which means he childish. There's no maturity, very little bit, right? Like can't have a conversation with him. Otherwise, it's a great time. There's healing to be had. We can't wait on that. Potential may never come, sadly. Potential may never come. If we don't see it out here progressing and making moves in real time, potential may never come, right? Just like me getting on live. In my head, I'm supposed to get on live at 9 o'clock. First, it was 10. Then I was like, well, let me move it up a little bit. Now that I'm trying to get on at 9 o'clock, I keep getting on at 10. In my head, all right, I'm getting on though. Okay, so baby steps. But we're moving towards something. You can see it in real time. If you can't see whoever potential in real time, like they're not healing in real time, not they talking about it, not they gonna do it, right? Not just one more time, we can go to fill in the blank. No, if they're not working on it all by themselves, they should be working on their mental all by themselves. Meaning they journal by themselves. You don't have to say anything. Meaning maybe they go to counseling or they have a trusted counselor that they talk to and they're processing their emotions with. Not the homie, not the cousins in them. Because they're gonna tell you wrong information, right? Or they're gonna validate something that doesn't need to be validated. Right? So as you're looking for a partner, these are the qualities that you have to make sure that they have. You don't just, you single? Because I'm single. You single? You got kids? Just one? Oh, cool. I mean, what you doing tomorrow? You trying to come over? That's not dating, bro. That's desperate. that's that's not dating. That's desperate, right? And it seemed like I'm good and I'm all together, especially if I look like I'm not desperate, but on the inside, please pick me, please pick me. That's what that's saying. Even if I'm choosing, sometimes I'm saying I just I just need something. That's still desperate. It shows up in subtle ways, man. It shows up in subtle ways. And so when I saw it in myself, right, all throughout my relationship, because my last relationship was my first relationship. So it was like I had done all this healing from my childhood trauma. And then it was like, all right, well, let me try this dating pool out. Let me see what they talk. Let me dust it off and see what's going on. Hadn't been in nothing since high school, which I don't count none of that. So this is my first relationship. I'm out here. And I chose Atlanta. Okay, like, don't do it. Don't do it. For real. If you're going to do it, y'all need to go to South Carolina, have a date, and come back. Yeah, we met in South Carolina. Just what? Don't do it. Don't do it, fam, because it's a strong human trafficking. I don't even know, bro, but it goes on everywhere. I see it everywhere, but in Atlanta, it's thick. Like, it's thick, okay? It's thick out there. The human trafficking, the the pimp mentality, right? And then I see the brainwash. I'm talking to these girls. I'm out here in the six. I'm chilling. I'm on Chandler. I'm this like that. I'm here. I told you I immersed myself in the culture, so I'm here with it. And I'm talking to these girls, and they like, yeah, I have sex. He's just my protector. Okay. What does that mean exactly though? What are you actually saying? Or I talked to this girl, and she said she doesn't want to have sex with any of the guys. She just lays there and let them do their thing. That sounds like rape. You don't want to be there. You're just only there because of your circumstances. Basically, that's what you're saying. That's not right. And so basically, I'm like, well, what's the definition of prostitution? Because when I say prostitution, people get mad. I'm not a prostitute. I'm not a hoe. I'm not a, but I use my body for X, Y, and Z. And then I see it show up in different ways in the culture. And it's like we empower our, we're empowered by our bodies. Like, and we took back our power, but it's like, at what cost? Sometimes I wonder, at what cost is it? Because when I'm thinking about taking back my body, for example, somebody called me fat. That hurt my feelings, right? But if I say I'm fat first, if I say, oh, I'm curvy first, you know, slim thick with my cute ass, ting, like if I say it first, then it's cool. So if I sexualize myself first, is it cool? So now when they do it, they don't have the power because I already did it. And so I see it, and I see how the mentality, how we took it back and we changed it, and I get it because I do that with slavery. Everybody like, man, we were slaves. They kept us 400 years. And then I'm like, bro, we were slaves. I'm here. Hey, how y'all doing? Like, they had to be the strongest, most resilient, funniest people in the world. Like, what you mean? Yeah, we were slaves, but bro, we were slaves. Like, I twisted around too, right? So I understand the logic of twisting things around. Something just fell. Okay. No, because I had felt it. I had felt something fall. So I don't play that. Oh, I got my trusty blanket. Okay, I'm just looking here, and I ain't got no time for none of these games. Okay, I don't know what that is. Okay, but anyway, I ain't seen nothing. I gotta sneeze though. It's coming. Whew. Okay. Yeah. So basically, these are the things that I'm talking about, and I'm thinking about, and I'm wondering, have we been um looking at this all wrong? Like, what's your opinion on it? Do you Would you rather hold the power in your hands and take back your power, I guess, by sexualizing yourself? Or is there a different way? Is there another stance that we can take where I demand respect? Like, you can't have me if you don't do these things. If I sexualize myself, then you feel like, oh, you can do a little bit of this and this and this and this. Say a few cute lines, send me a bag or something, and I'm okay. And I just feel like I'm worth more than that. So, if you haven't already, make sure you get your book, the link in the bio, because we're talking about all of this. Tell me your opinion. What do you think? Leave it in the comments. I really want to know. I'm very interested to know because this is something I want to talk about. It's real. And I'm tired of being sexualized, and I hope that you are too. So let's figure out a way to actually come up with solutions. So I was just processing. I wanted to process on this. Have you done some healing today? We got our merch in. Oh, let me show y'all. Let me show y'all because move my little chair out the way. Okay. I got my I got my night shirt on. Don't even worry about that. But on the back, can you see it? Okay, yeah. See? Yes, represent. Okay, let them know that we out here healing. Okay, this is what it is. Yes. So it's so comfy and it's so cute, and I just love it so much because it's really warm. Y'all know I don't wear. We good? All right. Y'all know I don't wear coats for real. Not for real unless I'm going to an event. Then I'll put on, pull out the pea coat or whatever. But otherwise, I'm a hoodie girl. Like I rock with hoodies. It's something that I'm working on because in all actuality, I want to be more feminine, right? When people talk to me on the phone, they're like, "Oh, you don't sound how you look," and I used to get offended by that all the time because what am I supposed to look like? But I'm super feminine. They gave me the nickname Squeaky. All the niggas in the hood. That's Squeaky over there. I mean, all right. At the same time, like, don't play with her. Don't play with her, okay? So it's like I fully understand that this hardness came from my upbringing, what I saw, and then what I went through. Because I saw even in my relationship, the past relationship, where I started, and this is bothering me lately. I've been trying to process this. I started it in my true self. Had never been in a relationship. I wasn't jaded. No need for me to hide anything or anything like that. Fully understood that I was messing with a guy that was dealing with the streets. So I was very open to showing receipts and building the trust up because I have nothing to hide and I understand your trauma. So hey, this is where I'm going. Or hey, send you a picture, this is where I'm at. Or whatever I'm building. I was building up the receipts to build trust because I know how to build. What it takes to build trust. You got to be open and vulnerable and show people yourself so that they know that this is not a threat. So I did that. Okay, and then we got to a place where it was built, and then he started showing me something different, right? And then he started lacking, and I think it really started to change when we moved from Atlanta to DC. And so then it was like, okay, you're out of your element, right? You don't have any, like, you have the hustle skills, but now you got to find your footing. And because you haven't found your footing yet, as a man, your ego is bruised. And because of that, now you're inward, of course. And I'm a woman, so I'm like, hello, how you feeling? You all right? What's going on? Let's do something. We just in your face all the time. Like, I'm just such a, just ditzy, hi, just love you. Like, just in your face with it. Like, you're not trying to hear none of that. Sir got a song. Um, dang, something about, it's basically like if my I'm not happy if my money ain't right. Basically, in that sense, and like yes, I feel like every guy feels that way. As a woman, we have to understand that and act accordingly. I was acting accordingly for a while, but then the lack of emotional intelligence and the maturity level was bringing me down. Okay, and I can't be brought down. I need to, like, I need an environment where we're building each other up, right? Like I'm pushing you, you're pulling me, I'm pushing you. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, just whatever it is, I need that. that type of environment, and I want it to. I don't want no petty. I can't do that. I can't do that. Too much petty. I don't like that. Because for what? What are we being petty for? I feel like I was writing notes about this. A lot of times we be petty. We go back and forth. We why do I want to do this? Why I want to stroke his ego? Why I want to I was doing these things, but then after a while it was like, wait a minute. You ain't doing nothing for me. You ain't giving me what I need. You're not making me feel good. I'm dealing with bullshit I don't have to deal with. I'm letting stuff slide and not saying stuff about stuff to protect your ego, and you're not doing any of that for me. So that started to bring out my masculine energy. Because at this point, like, what do I need you for? Like, I'm about to just suck you out. Like, what is it called? Drain you out. Like, dry you out, starve you out, whatever it is, right? So I'm going to do my own thing, show you that I got all of this. And this is my mentality. But I realized that that's what they want. It's like, it's not what they want. They want you to stay in this element of femininity. It's you have to stay in the femininity and switch out the person, right? If the person isn't right, then that's not the person for you. If I have to lower myself, like I want to be feminine, but I still want to be strong. Like I still want to be, like I want you to know that, yeah, this is my lady over here, da da da. Like she's expert at da 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 da. Like I want you to be able to be proud of me and all the things, right? Whatever it is, be proud to have me on your arm. But, and so I'm going to do all the things to make that happen, right? To make sure that you feel that, right? As the woman. But as the man, I should be safe. I should be able to just, you know, I should be able to come to you and have a friendship, come to you and also have counsel, come to you and have a safe place, a safe haven. Like your chest should be home to me. And if it is not, that's a problem. And so a lot of us are trying to make a house and it's not there. Like we're trying to build it. It has to be built. Like that should be home. He should be home. We should be home. But we often find ourselves trying to build a home in him, in her. And it's not gonna work. It's never gonna work. As bad as we want it to work, it's just not gonna work. So something to ponder about. Let me know what you think. What's your take on it? Are you tired of being sexualized? Me too. We got to do some healing, okay? Because it's good men and good women out here. They're just not healed. That's all. So bring them on over. Come on over to Death Row Records. Come on over to this healing platform, okay? We're building the healing network. Okay, I got big, 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 big dreams and I'm ready to collaborate. Right? And so I don't have it all together. I don't. But I got the vision and God just said move, so I'm out here. Like, what you mean? With a cause and a purpose. Okay? I don't got all the funds. AT&T just dropped on my credit out of nowhere. I'm like, bro, is this identity theft? Like, what's happening? I got, my I'm talking about went down, boy. Like, I was doing good. But I know how to fix my credit now, so I'm going to get that back up. And if you need help with your credit, go to Legacy Solutions, legacy with 2 L's, solutions.com. Even with that, I'm so focused with y'all, I haven't been putting that energy into that. It has I have a VA though, so she handle all that. But as far as like promoting, I haven't even been promoting the way I need to. But we're gonna get it together. Once I get my footing here, because this is most important to me, then I'll go back because that is super important for us building our legacies. I'll go back and start really talking about it, building our legacies, not just fixing our credit, but structuring our credit for funding. So that's what I built my business, my first business up, my first LLC up to, it has a 90 credit score right now. Like I did that, homie. And they can go a little higher, but you know what I'm saying? Like I did that, right? So I'm working on it. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. I need some more accounts, okay? And because I'm not trying to apply for any money until I need like at least 6 business accounts, probably 5, running at one time. Once I get that, then I'm good. I probably got 3 now. No, I got 4. No, I got 3. Yeah, because one of them drinks, the office, summer, whatever it is, I stopped doing that. So, It's not on there, but it's on there. So it's 4 5, right? But anyway, we gotta heal ourselves, and build up our legacies. That's the only way change is gonna happen. That is the only way change is gonna happen. So, have you done some healing today? Peace and healing, y'all. I am out.